Welcome to another production of ParkTV 16 Sports on location. Tonight we are at the home of the Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights with the top-ranked #1 Benilde-St. Margaret Red Knights taking on Mound Westonka Whitehawks, the #9 seed. And the reason why we have seeds, as we listen to the starting lineups in the background, is because this is playoff basketball 2024 style. Red Knights' first quarterfinal of the year, and they're going to take on Mound Westonka Whitehawks, and those records could not be more opposite. So it's going to be a very interesting game tonight with these Mound Westonka. They got their first win just the other night. In fact, it was the play-in playoff game that resulted in their first win that gave them the right to take on the Red Knights here. So I find that a very interesting story here, that Mound Westonka's only win got them in the playoffs against the Red Knights. And the Red Knights now opening with their starting lineups. I'm Robert Christensen. Glad you're with us here on ParkTV 16 Sports as we see the home crowd here. And it's a little more subdued here than in past games we've done recently, and I do think the matchup here does lend to that. Red Knights have to be heavily favored. And now we're just announcing here, that is Kendall McGee. She's not in uniform. I didn't mention her our last broadcast, but I have in the past. And you can see she's got not in the uniform because she had a serious knee injury in the semifinals of the state tournament. And they are now announcing the starters for Mound Westonka. As we look at some of the crowd for Mound Westonka, coming in all the way from the west side of the lake. And now the starting lineups for Mound Westonka, Benilde. And there, of course, is 0-2, Olivia Olson. All the superlative words have been said about her. She's simply an All-American, McDonald's style, going to Michigan on a scholarship, defending state champion. And there is #4, Sydney Friedley, one of the 2 freshmen that start on this Red Knights team. They're so balanced grade-wise. Now that is #15 for Mound Westonka, Jamison Rinke. And there is #11, #13, Presley Watkins, the other freshman. Amazing that the defending state champions are starting 2 freshmen here. And now Westonka's #21, that was Charlotte Mittling, the junior forward. And she'll match up against #33 with a big smile, Kate Kastner, the junior. And that does make me think, as we look at #32 checking in for the Mohawk, they used to be called the Mohawks. I apologize. I'm sure that's not there. They're the Whitehawks. I used to play against Mound Westonka when I was in high school, so forgive that mistake there. But nevertheless, that was #32 checking in, Valerie Mobaji, a freshman for Mound Westonka. And now we're about to begin. And if there's one bit of drama I can bring to this, as we look at some Whitehawks fans there's the Whitehawks softball jersey. And you got to be thinking, they got their first win just the other night at Apple Valley, or against Apple Valley, as a play-in game. And now they draw the top-ranked team, if not one of the top-ranked teams in the state, that has 21 wins, 5 losses. And you gotta wonder, the only drama that I was gonna bring up is the fact that the Red Knights could possibly take them too lightly, not take it serious enough, and get caught by an underdog team. As unlikely as that is, that would be the only angle that Mound Westonka, I think, has a chance to win. But you know what? That's why we play, and we're underway. Glad you're with us again on ParkTV 16 Sports. And the Red Knights get the initial possession. That's Watkins on the far side. The running jump shot, good, along the baseline. And now the full court press. And the Red Knights are going to show no mercy here early on. And a nice job by Westonka breaking the press underneath the layup, and they can't convert, unfortunately for them, but a nice job. They saw the press coming. And all the broadcasts I've done this year, the Red Knights have been full court pressing the whole time. And there is Olivia Olson down low to Kate Kastner with the put up and in, and a quickly 4-point lead here for the Red Knights early on. Just as you might expect. And nice job again as they break the press. That's #14, Kayla Halstad, and this time they convert. And what I was saying before is that the Red Knights have pressed, I believe, all year long. I'm sure Westonka's looked at the tape, and that's what they've worked on in practice, is how to break that full court press. And they've done it twice, and they've converted 1 of 2. That could be an angle there, but there's an angle from the left-handed shooting number 4, Sydney Friedli, the freshman. And she is capable of turning the game around in her own right by there. And there's Kate Castor with the nice defense and the steal in the backcourt. Head to Olivia Olson, in and out on the rim. Now rebound to Westonka, bringing it across the court. Number 14 is Hadelstead. Hadelstead drives, draws contact, and she'll go to the line and draw 2. That stops the clock with 16:29 to go. And at the line to shoot 2 will be right here, Kayla Kalstad. And yeah, she got contact there from Kate Kastner with the body. And again, that stops the clock with 16:29 to go. And at the line, Kalstad off the back rim. Westonka, free throws are going to be mightily important if they're going to stay competitive in this match. But they've got to be thrilled to be here, having just won their first game after 25 losses, 26. So they've got to feel like they've won the Super Bowl. And good for them for getting that win. They won by 13. Their closest loss all year was by 10. And there's Kate Kastner with the left-handed three-point shot. And the Red Knights up 10-3 here as we approach 16 minutes to go in half number 1. You're watching ParkTV 16 Sports in the front court for Westonka, but it's intercepted by Najee. That's Josephine Najee. And the shot outside taken by number 4, Friedli, off the rim. Rebound into the hands of number 32. That is Mogabi. And a whistle from behind the play as there was an attempted steal on the Red Knights, and the referee's going to come over and let us know. Push on number 15, Jamison Renke. And I misspoke before, checking in. Let's see, that is Najee. She's in there. Look at the nice inbounds pass. They tried to time it to Olivia Olson. Her jump and shot at the same time off the back rim. Rebound, Westonka. Now they're in the front court. They're down 7 in the corner. Now driving was number 15, Renke, and her bounce pass goes out of bounds. Westonka will retain possession. Clock stopped, 15:26 to go. And a throw-in underneath for Westonka. 21 seconds on the shot clock. Intercepted by Josephine Najee. Another turnover. She'll step back at that three-point line. Off the front rim. Rebound. Olivia Olson in the lane. Bounce pass underneath the Kate Kastner. She took contact. No call, though. Into the corner. Friedli with a quick three-point shot. And let me tell you what. Sydney Friedli, if she gets hot, she can get on a roll. Last broadcast, I saw her go off for 9 points. I want to say 8 all by herself and turnovers. And that is going to be a whistle and a timeout on the court taken by Westonka as we look at Friedli with that left-handed, beautiful-looking three-pointer. Gets it to go. And now we'll look at the Westonka bench and their head coach. That's Caitlin McKernan. In their playoff game. So they are a little playoff tested here, as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast. They did win the play-in game against Apple Valley with the right to play Benilde, and I don't know if that's a privilege. Of course it's a privilege and an honor. You're going against an All-American and Olivia Olson, who's been relatively quiet out there, but they don't need a superlative effort from her tonight. I guess if you're the Red Knights, you want to stay healthy. You don't want to have any injuries tonight, and play a good, clean game. And there's a foul in the backcourt by Najee. That'll be the second team foul. Her first personal, number 35. That's Josephine Najee Jr. with her first personal foul. Now throw in, full court press still on, and forced out of bounds by Friedli. And that's going to be a turnover as they called it off the Westonka player, number 2, Charlotte Houle, she does mildly protest there. I don't think she agreed with it. Not sure we can get a replay of that one, but nevertheless, Red Knights with a 10-point lead early here in the first half, just under 15 minutes to go, and they've got a ball, another turnover, and there's Olivia Olson, and that could not be a better camera angle for the All-American to show why she is exactly that. Now the interception underneath by Presley Watkins, the freshman, and she puts it up and in, and now it's a 15-point lead. And the pressure still remains. Nice job by number 32 for Westonka, Valerie Mobaji. Against intense pressure by Olson. She did get it across the timeline before letting it go, but here is Olivia Olson. Quick, look at that follow through, folks. Textbook shooting on display by Olivia Olson. She gets her first points of the night at 3-point shot. Now rebound into Kate Kessler's hand. There's the freshman Watkins off the rim. Olson with the rebound, turnaround shot off the rim. Rebound, loose, and gonna have a jump ball. That's number 32, Valerie Mobaji, also a freshman for Mound Westonka.
Into the game for the Red Knights, number 14, Mira Wisman.
Now substitution, Najee will have a seat. Checking in for her, that's Mirabelle Wismer, the sophomore, number 14 right there. And the throw in underneath, and the pressure by Olivia Olson. And they're gonna get back to Westonka. No, are they gonna give it to the Red Knights again? Yeah, they did get that. That's the second time in a row now that Westonka has misfired on the inbounds pass on the full court press. So it's incredibly effective. Now Olson from outside, her second three of the night. Off the backboard in the rim, underneath rebound by Friedli. Now the delivery to Olson, and the nice cut by big number 1. And off the glass and in. Olson has 5 on the night. I just remember those. I usually can't keep all the stats in my head, but that one I still remember for as long as I can. And now driving on the left side, forcing the issue was Kayla Hadelstad, the junior. And there is Olson just sniping through there beautifully, saw the angle, and with her great athleticism was able to slice through there and bounce it off the backboard and in. 20-3 is our score. Substitution for Mound Westonka as they got a throw in underneath. Bounce pass, almost taken away by Olson. And Mobaji gets it back. She's played well here, and now the interception by Friedli. Lead pass ahead to Watkins, one-on-one over to Olson. She saves it and goes down hard. Ball loose. Watkins retrieves it before it goes out of bounds. Friedli at the top of the key, gives it up to Wismer, her 3-point. Off the back rim, rebound, Mound Westonka. And they head it back up the court, and they try to deliver it across, and intercepted by Kate Kastner. Now Watkins underneath, out along the baseline, draws the contact. No call underneath, and there is number 14, Mirabelle Wismer with the putback, and in 22-3 our score. Now Westonka finds them asleep, the long haul, and they can't convert right away, unfortunately for Mound Westonka. That was Charlotte Mittling, and what a great look for Westonka. Now back on the other end, they pay him back as Watkins gets the free long bomb from the Red Knights. So bombs away here at Benilde-St. Margaret's in this quarterfinal section playoff game. And now the interception by Friedli, and she's gonna go in easily with the right hand up and in, and that's gonna draw a whistle and another timeout. And our score 26-3 here. And there was the interception by Friedli, saw it all the way, the easy layup and in. And the frustration obviously on the face of Charlotte Mittling, and a timeout. And there's Friedli with a head to Presley Watkins on the one before. And we are off to the races in St. Louis Park as we look at head coach Tim Ellefson. The winner of this match will move on to take on the winner of the other quarterfinal in this half of the bracket of this. This is the 6 AAA section tournament, and there it is. the other bracket, let's see, yes, down the lower of the high seed, that's in the number 5 seed. Bloomington Kennedy, Academy of Holy Angels, number 4 seed, will move on, and we will be here, although we are not streaming live on YouTube because it's playoff season and there are restrictions. So if you're watching this after the fact, glad you're with us on ParkTV 16 Sports, but we will be taping live and then showing it later, the 2 p.m. game on Saturday. Assuming the Red Knights hold on here, but they've got a 23-point lead with 12:23 to go in the first half. It's a safe bet, but here's Westonka now. Let's see if they can get some points, get some offense going. That was a jump shot taken by number 21, Charlotte Midling, following the timeout. Now Olsen, almost with the identical range jump shot. She gets that to go off the rim, backboard and in. She's got 7. And they are up by 25. Now driving, jump shot from far, near on the angle there. Didn't like the angle of the shot selection there. Went off the rim. Now the outlet pass by Olivia Olsen. Cross court off the mark, intended to get it to Friedley. And now sitting down for the Red Knights is Presley Watkins, and checking in for her is number 11. That is Bella Stevenson-Shemek. Now driving is Mobaji, and she draws a whistle, and a foul's going to be called as we look at Olivia Olsen with that stop and pop. Nice touch. It's going to be Red Knights' 4th team foul. First on Stevenson-Shemek. Inbounds pass to the the Whitehawks at the top of the key, and that's intercepted. Pass intended by Jamison Renke. Olsen now down low to Najee, and Najee banks it in. 30-3 our score. I'd never seen anything like this. All right, now Westonka, Paddlestad in the corner, double teamed. Far side to number 15, Renke. Nice ball rotation and the give and go. I like that they're working their offense. And on the other end was Stevenson-Shemek, her long drive layup off the mark. Olsen with the rebound, and she drew the foul on the putback, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. But here was the replay before. Nice job by Olivia Olsen giving it up to Najee. Olsen could have taken that in, but unselfishly gave it up to Najee, and that was the better play as well. Nice free throw there by Olsen. I think that's 8 for her. Friedley takes a seat for the Red Knights. That's number 21 checking in, or still in, Charlotte Midling, and that's Olivia Olsen. There's her averages, 24 points a game. And I'll remind our home audience, or wherever you are watching, glad you're with us, Olivia Olsen was hurt for several weeks, so she'll now have a rest. She's got 8 points so far, as we're not even halfway through half number 1. And now the long bomb ahead to Mogabi. She comes in, gets it to go. What a great pass and play by Westonka. I think the throw was by Kayla Hadelstad. And maybe the Vikings should look at her as we're looking for quarterback substitutions. That was a great throw. Right down the middle, a post pattern. Connects. And 5 points now for Mound Westonka. Well done. And now they have the ball out of bounds. There it is, Hadelstad. Look at that. Perfectly placed bounce right in stride off. Textbook. What a throw that was by Hadelstad. That is suitable for framing for her, I would imagine, as well as the receiver, Mogagi. And now back in the other end. There's going to be a foul on the Red Knights. Number 13, Presley Watkins, who's checked back in. There she is. Not happy with that call, especially. That's 5th team foul on the Red Knights. That's her 2nd personal. And at the line, Hadelstad, who just had that beautiful bomb throw for 2, unable to convert on the first of 2. She'll get a 2nd. And unable to get that to go as well. Now Watkins into the front court as we approach 10 minutes to go. Half number one. Kastner thought about it. They left her wide open. Now Wismer cross court to Watkins. She'll drive the lane. Underneath back to Wismer, and the give and go between Watkins and Wismer. Well done. Wismer also just a sophomore. Now, that is Mobaji. She breaks the press. And Wismer still applying the pressure, drives all the way in and gets that to go, and that's her second consecutive basket. And you gotta believe that freshman, Valerie Mobaji, is the future of this Mound Westonka team. And she is starting to gain some confidence out there, as Kate Kastner already has confidence with her three-point shot from three-point land. But I'm impressed right now by the growth of Mobaji for Westonka. Twice now, she's been able to convert 4 points in a row, and now, meanwhile, Whistle on the far side. Here she is, just a freshman out there going against one of the best teams, if not the best team. That shows all kinds of poise. That's a confidence booster for that ninth grader on a team that has lost 26 games all year. That should be a lesson for all of us in resilience. And then they win the playoff game. I think that's just the greatest story. And there is Mobaji now taking on Olivia Olson, the freshman. Taking on the All-American after scoring 4. And Olivia Olson gets the foul, I believe. That's her first personal. And guess who's at the line? That is Valerie Mobaji. She's going for her 5th and 6th point in a row here midway through, and this is the subplot here, is maybe the development of this young player right here. Look at that arc right in there. My goodness, make it rain. Mobaji. The ray of hope here from Mound Westonka. Going for a 6th consecutive point in less than probably a minute off the mark. Rebound, Najee into the hands of Olivia Olson. That was fun to watch. Nice little run there for Westonka and Mojaji. I doubt I'm pronouncing your last name right. I hope I am. Feel free to correct me. All right, now down low and almost getting it in, but getting it up quickly, as she should, was Kenna Tappan, the freshman for Mound Westonka. Now the Red Knights. That Friedley from way outside couldn't pass it up. Boy, she good. Sydney Friedley. All right, now Mound Westonka still facing pressure, not quite as intensely at the beginning of the game. A little bit more of a token kind of full court press, but that is going to be the MO for Benilde going into the playoffs. Now Friedley with the interception. It was tipped actually by Olivia Olson. Now Najee on the break draws the foul. It's going to be called on number 14, Kayla Hattelstad, the junior, as she prevents the easy basket. And that stops the clock with 8:23 to go. That'll be the first personal on Kenna Tappan that's going to be called on. I thought it was going to be on Hattelstad, but it looks like they actually called it on Kenna Tappan. That's 3rd team foul, her first personal. Red Knights have 7 team fouls, so Westonka in the bonus. And Najee converts her free throw attempts, and now the full court press. That is Mobaji. Nice bounce pass ahead. She's got great basketball instincts. She's the one that broke the press early on. Almost a 5-second call there, but they got rid of it just in time. Now Hattelstad from short range. Her jump shot off the back rim into the hands of Friedley, ahead to Olivia Olson. Now the front court, just inside the free throw line, off the back rim. Mobaji with the rebound. She's having a game here, folks. Number 32 in white. That nice pass, wasn't ready for it to Renke. Now Olivia Olson on the miscue with the easy lay-in, and now we have a whistle. And Red Knights call a full timeout with 7:42 to go. They lead 43-8 on that layup by Olivia Olson. And it is a long night here for Mound Westonka. And I'm curious, Paul, I don't know, what is the mercy rule in high school basketball? 35-point lead with 9 minutes to go as we look at Sydney Friedley, and her future looks incredibly bright here. So much talent on this Red Knight team as we look at Coach Tim Ellefson. Again, they are going to advance here today for sure, and they will be back right here in St. Louis Park at the high school, Benilde-St. Margaret's, at 2 p.m. And they will take on the winner of the number 4-5 seed matchup going on at the Academy of Holy Angels just down the road. Take Highway 100 to Crosstown? That's about Holy Angels down there in Richfield. They'll be coming up here, so come on, and if you can't, watch it later on our broadcast. We're not streaming live, but we'll be up on YouTube tomorrow, this broadcast, or at the website, ParkTV. Just Google it. You can find it, no problem. Okay, we're back underway. 7:42 on the clock. Throw in now for Mound Westonka and the Red Knights. It's interesting. They look at if we can move the camera, they are not going to full court press here anymore, it looks like, which I think would be merciful. But they are all at the half court mark there. They were all lined up. There they were. You could just see them back off there. So I think the coach has said we're not going over half court, which I think is advisable. Now the interception by Kate Kastner, lead pass to Najee, perfect bounce pass, and the layup and in. 45-8 our score. Into the front court, that is Hattelstad. Contact from Friedley. She tries to reach it and steal it. Najee, they double team. Hattelstad did a nice job breaking it, but put it in the hands, and the interception by Stevenson Schmick, and then underneath Olivia Olson scores again. She's in double figures now. I'm starting to lose track. I think she's at least 10, maybe 11. And now Mound Westonka, yeah, no press. Wing almost stolen by Najee. Beautiful outside shot by number 21, the junior forward, that's Charlotte Mittling. There's some talent on that Mound Westonka team. There's Kate Kastner, and there is some real talent in number 33. This team, the Red Knights, they are ready to go. It's coming up on, well, state tournament time right now. March is right around the corner. It's going to be here on Friday. And it is state tournament time, and this team, the Red Knights, they are well-oiled and ready to go. Here comes Friedley, and there's a perfect example. This is a high-powered sports car of a girls basketball team. Well-balanced, they're healthy right now, they're playing well. And they want to defend their state championship in the worst way, I'll guarantee it. Okay, now a push, a foul is going to be called against the Red Knights as we look at Hattelstad. And here's that nice shot. She took advantage of it. She didn't hesitate. Number 21, Charlotte Mittling. Big time shot there by the junior. Number 21 gets on Hattelstad, will have a seat. So will Najee. I expect we'll be seeing a lot of both teams' benches before the night is through. 52-11. And I guess if I was a Red Knight, I would be thinking, let's get 100. I don't know if they've ever scored 100 points in a high school girls basketball game. Okay, they have. Paul Broden just reminded me that they have. I can't remember ever, but that doesn't mean anything. Meanwhile, at the line for Mound Westonka. Okay, that's number 30, Kenna Teppen. Can't get that free throw to go. It might have been against St. Louis Park earlier this year, that Red Knights. I should look. Maybe they probably scored 100 earlier this year. I'll look. Now Olivia Olson into the corner. That shot taken by number 25, who's checked in for the Red Knights. That was Ashley Scram. We've called her name before in a couple other broadcasts recently. Nice young player out there. Gets a shot off. Another one of, I think, at least 3 left-handers. Foul's going to be on Mobaji, the protege for Westonka. She'll have a seat right there, number 32. And now into the throw-in, though, by Scram. Nice ball rotation. Actually, now that is Bella Yakub, number 10. And the rebound goes off number 21, Mittling. And that stops the clock with 5:15 to go. Now throw in underneath. Scram, Friedley. Yakub. Olivia Olsen with the one-hander to Friedley. Folks, that's NBA stuff right there. Throwing the ball all the way across the court, hitting threes with no hesitation. Big time, big time. The way the NBA's played these days, where they're throwing the ball all the way around like that, that's exactly what that was. One-handed tosses. Big display of basketball talent on tap here with ParkTV 16 Sports. Now Kate Kastner on the breakaway. She's got it over to Olivia Olsen. The spin around move and in.
Olivia Olsen for two.
How she can keep her balance while she does the spin move. All right, now with it, number 2, that's Charlotte Hools, an 8th grader, intercepted Olivia Olsen. Comes in with the left hand.
Olivia Olsen for two.
Easy baskets now. 59-12. Halstad will now check in. That's Charlotte Hools at the point. And tried to get it to number 35, who checked in. That's Kendra Matson. Unable to hold on to the pass as we look at Olsen with the turnaround, spin around. Just how she went straight up there and kept her balance. She's ready to move on, I'm sure, but not until they make another run at the hardware and the state championship. To be back-to-back champions would be rare air in high school girls basketball or in any state championship, especially as competitive as basketball with so many teams. You see it more in tennis, skiing, things like that, but basketball would be a rare feat here. Doesn't happen very often. Now after that made shot, 62-12, Hattelstad. Oh, nice shot, Pete Merriman style with the left hand. It's left-handers night here at Red Knight Court. And as I've mentioned before, I'm left-handed, and I notice left-handers, and there's a lot of them. I've never seen so many. It's unbelievable. All right, Olsen underneath, can't get it to go, but she drew the whistle and drew contact, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. As here's this one with the left hand, I believe, right? Yes. Look at that. And in a tough angle. I wouldn't want to play pool against Miss Hattelstad. Nice angle there. Olsen. And I wouldn't want to play basketball against Olivia Olsen one-on-one. Don't think it would go very well for yours truly, that's for sure. All right, checking out is the senior for Mound Westonka, Kendra Matson, the freshman. And Olsen gets that one to go. Now she's well into double figures. She's gonna check out with 3:13 to go. She's in double figures. And now Westonka will bring it up with 3:11 to go in the first half. That's number 2 with it, Hoos. Underneath. And a travel is going to be called on 21, Mittling. So 3:02 to go. There is a mercy rule. It's 35 points in the second half when there's 9 minutes to go. And rebound after the missed layup attempt into the hands of Hattelstad, moves it down to the court quickly to number 12. That's Eva Marie Castellone-Williams, and she gets that to go. And they've got 16 points now, Westonka. Nice job there by the freshman. And what a name, Eva Maria Castellone-Williams gets that last basket for Westonka. Now ball out of bounds, there it is. That was earlier, though, with Hattelstad. Now with the ball, number 2 is Charlotte Hulls, 8th grader, getting valuable experience at the point guard position. Now Williams underneath to Hattelstad. She goes up with the left-handed layup, draws contact, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. that replay underneath. Hadelstad gets it. She hung in there, kept her eye on the ball, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2 here. And she gets that first one to go. Substitutions now. Red Knights checking in again. Number 11, Bella Stevenson-Shimek. And Hadelstad at the line, off the back rim. Rebound, Najee. 2:21 to go. Now Presley Watkins, she'll bring it up. Looks to the right. That is Stevenson-Shimek. Now Watkins tosses the 3 and good.
Watkins for 3.
Just the confidence in these freshmen. See Watkins, she may have a cut lip there, I think. She keeps touching it. And she looked to the bench for some sort of aid there. That ball was passed by Grace O'Halloran, the junior. Underneath, the driving layup by Hulls. No whistle until she went out of bounds. And that's going to be a turnover. As we look at this shot here, Friedley and Watkins, the freshman. Just all kinds of confidence there. And then right there, she went to her mouth, and I wondered if she didn't have a cut or something. And she has checked out. Didn't look terribly serious, of course, but nevertheless, worth commenting on. Now here comes Westonka into the front court. Hadelstad drives, pulls up her dribble. Nice bounce pass, though, to Mistig. Tried to get it to O'Halloran. And she ran into trouble in the name of Wismer. Her pass to Friedley, and Friedley, she is scary good, folks. She can hit the deep one. Those short jumpers are even harder. And now they find number 12 underneath. Ava Marie Castellone-Williams, the freshman, lays it in for their 19th point with less than a minute to go. Now Red Knights in the front court, intercepted by number 21, Misting. Gets it ahead to number 2, Hulls, and her jump shot from mid-range goes off the rim, rebound. Friedley, she brings up the middle of the court. 45 seconds to go. Picks up her dribble, ball rotation, Najee on the right wing. She takes the 3 and delivers. She can shoot that 3, folks, Najee. And if she gets hot, look out. I've seen her go on a roll. And Hool's now looking for points from outside, the 8th grader. And now with the ball, 20 seconds remaining. That is Yakub. And now Stevenson-Shimek delivers a nice looking 3, doesn't she? Nice rainbow shot there. Good follow through, 4 seconds remaining. Westonka will try to get a shot off, intercepted by number 10, Yakub. And as she heads back up court, the buzzer sounds signaling the end of half number 1. And at the end of 1 half, our score, there it is, 75-19. This is quarterfinal girls basketball on ParkTV 16 Sports. Glad you're with us. Come on back for half number 2.
Transition to Texas, it was very much so like, what are we gonna do now?
Operation Homefront has allowed our family to make something of ourselves again in the world after the military.
It's completely changed the way our life is. It took us from a hopeless situation, and now we're homeowners. We have a savings account. I'm the first one to own a home out of my siblings.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 Sports on Location. We are bringing you girls quarterfinal basketball, 6 AAA sections, and there's your score. Red Knights 75-19 over the last seed Mound Westonka Whitehawks. And what can I tell you? The Red Knights are maybe the best team in the state. They are the defending state champions, so you can't argue they're not, even though I think they're not ranked number 1. They're very close. But they're at home, and they're going to win this game. but it's been fun to broadcast and fun to get to know this Mound Westonka Whitehawks team. I hope you stay with us because they got some nice young players that can make some nice plays. Notably, number 32, Valerie Mobagi, the freshman. There she is to the right of your screen. Had a nice run there. I just was speaking with one of the assistant coach's sons who's on the road here, and he was telling me about her brother, who is a good player for the varsity. And there are the Red Knights underneath. Olivia Olson tried to bounce that in. We'll see how long that coach Tim Ellison will go with the starters. I expect he'll go halfway through here, and then he might sit them down for the night. You certainly don't want to risk an injury when you're up by, what, 50 points with all the second half to go. But again, still good stuff to watch. Some nice sub-storylines like the Mobaji. And now ahead to Olivia Olson, the All-American, to Presley Watkins, the freshman. And we don't have real-time stats, but she's got to be in double figures. And now to the front court. That is Hoos, the 8th grader, point guard. Oh, tried to lead, number 21, Mittling, and couldn't get it there soon enough. In fact, it went a little over, and there is Olivia Olson with a reverse layup along the baseline, and now a whistle. Timeout taken by Ellison. As his team is now up by, is that 60? I'm not the best at math. English was my forte in college, but yeah, that is 60-79. 60-point lead here. Olivia Olson with the nice dish to Watkins. So Olson really developing an all-around game here, starting to show the nuance of a seasoned player, able to dish that off and in control. Most of these teams are super aggressive and they like to just run and gun, but Olivia Olson is starting to show, I think, that poise, able to slow it down at the right times, dish it off. Not that she was never a passer or anything like that, but just not going and running over people, able to just kind of slow it down just enough. And really maturing, I think, into the All-American that she is. All right, now that is number 14, Halstad, and the shot by Mobaji, the rainbow banks. She almost gets her own rebound, and as she was trying to take it away, there's going to be a foul called, I believe, on the Red Knights, number 10, Bella Yaku. Yes, it is. Push underneath. That'll be her first personal team first in the second half. Bounce pass underneath the Mobaji, and it's good. She's a good player. That freshman. Now with it into the front court, number 10, Yakub. Dishes it to the far wing. That was Scram. Now Wismer tried to get it out to Stevenson Shemek. She saves it back to Wismer. Then to 25, that was Scram. And now with it, number 10, Yakub. So already Ellison going to his bench. Najee from the outside. Wismer can't get her hand on it. And now Westonka with the rebound into the front court on the far side. Hadelstad. She'll pull up her dribble. And a risky pass overshoots the intended target was Jamison Renke, the freshman. And that'll stop the clock and a turnover. 79-21. There is a mercy rule in high school girls basketball. 9-minute mark with a 35-point lead. They go to running time. Now outside, the left-handed shot. Beautifully taken by number 25, Ashley Scram, the junior, another lefty. That's got to be at least 5 or 6. I've never seen that many on a team before. Now Mobaji drives with the left side in her left hand. That's Hoos, drives, pulls up. Nice swifty short-range pass to Renke. She's able to handle it. Now driving the left side, or from the right is Mittling with the left hand off the rim. Najee for the Red Knights with the rebound. 15-20 to go. Najee will bring it up. Nice crossover dribble, drives the rim, and can't get it to go as it rebounds off. Wismer underneath. Great positioning, and she went up, drew contact, and drew the whistle and the foul, and she'll shoot 2. As We look at Stevenson, Shemek, and Scram with the left-handed shot from three-point land. 82-21. Whisper at the line, the sophomore, off the mark, and now substitutions. Checking in for Najee is number 2, that is Zeta Jenkins, an 8th grader for the Red Knights. And you wonder if you're gonna see too many minutes from the starters from here on out. And Wismer now, after the made free throw, gets substituted for by number 23. That's Eleanor Porish, the sophomore. And now Hoos will bring it up. 83-21, 15:07 on the clock. This is Section 6 AAA quarterfinal basketball. Loser ends their season. Mobaji drives the baseline. Tried to get it off the backboard, unable to get it to go. Rebound into the hands of number 2, Jenkins. Top of the key to Stevenson. Shemek, nice crossover dribble by Yakub. Off the rim, rebound into the hands of 21, Misting. Misting into the front court, pulls up her dribble. There's Mubashi, steps back with the 3 off the front rim. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Stevenson Shemek. Now she'll bring it across the timeline. Right at the top of the key, intercepted by Hattelstad. She'll come in on the left side and make the easy layup. 60-point lead for the Red Knights with 4:12 to go. Good ball rotation. Now with it, number 23, that's Porish. Stevenson, Shemek lowers the shoulder and a nice strong move and a tough layup there because it wasn't right underneath the basket. It was a bit ways out. Not an easy shot on the run. Well done by Stevenson Shemek. Now the nice bounce pass attempt. Unable to get through though. I like the idea by Hoos. And the frustration showing there for Westonka. They've lost 26 of 27 games. Their last win was the play-in game in the playoffs. With the right to endure a tough loss here. 60 points. I don't care who you are. It's tough. And you are going to get frustrated. It's a normal human response for sure. The shot taken from long range off the mark. It was taken by 25 Scram, and now the rebound into the hands of Charlotte Hulls, the 8th grader. She's got great ball dribbling skills. She's the 8th grader out there. Ball out of bounds. Mound will retain possession. And now a timeout on the court. I'm not sure which team took it. Looks like it's going to be a shorter timeout. As we look at some fans over there across the way enjoying the evening here. Weather seasonably appropriately cold. If anybody's watching this in the archives 10, 15 years from now, I can talk about how unbelievably warm it's been in Minneapolis all winter long, except for today. It was single digits. It was 60 degrees the day before, and it's going to be 60 degrees tomorrow, and it's still February. Not while I've been on this planet I've ever seen those kinds of warm temperatures throughout the winter. All right, now following the timeout. Throw in here for Westonka, number 14, Kayla Hattelstad. Into number 31, who checked in, that's Elizabeth Nash, the 9th grader, and the shot, I didn't even see it underneath it. I was looking down, but it looks like that was by Hattelstad. And a nice pass. Now in the corner, the shot. Big time shot taken by 23, Eleanor Porish, and I gotta tell you, she was ready for that. She can make that shot. It was very confidently taken, and she was ready for it. Now Hoos drives, draws contact, no call. Rebound, Stevenson Shemek quickly into the front court, under 13 to go. Into the corner, the shot from three-point land made by number 2, Zeta Jenkins, the freshman. And for some of these players, very likely their first varsity points of their career. And you never forget that kind of thing. Now Hadelstad, she's truly their best athlete over there right now for Mound Westonka. Who's now into the corner. Down low on the block. Good defense though by Porish. The turnaround jump shot taken by 30 in tight quarters was Kenna Tappan. The miss and then the whistle. And here is the give by Stevenson Shemek. And that is Zeta Jenkins, suitable for framing. Zeta, congratulations if those are your first points in high school basketball. If they aren't, my apologies, but great looking shot nevertheless. Now Red Knights into the front court. Stevenson, Shemek, starting to show some leadership out there. Quick ball rotation, nicely done by 21 who's checked in. That's Ada Parker, the freshman. Now Parker, and a travel there. That was blocked. I don't have an opinion on that, but the referee was right there. And sometimes when you're anxious, you can take an extra step before you get that dribble down. 91-25. We're gonna break 100 points for sure tonight. And that pass, oh, and Hadelstad, rare miscue by her. Now into the front court is number 25 for the Red Knights, Ashley Scram. Scram gave it up to 21, Parker, and the shot by number 12, Sailor Friedli. Obviously a relative of Sydney. She's also a freshman. And a nice shot by Sailor. Number 12 getting points. Now the far near side, Hoos, the 8th grader. She's really got great ball handling skills. You saw that behind the back dribble there. That was very easily done. She's gonna be a really nice player going forward. And there is a nice shot taken by number 10, Bella Yakub, on the long distance drive from the left side and in. 96-25. Now Hadelstad up top to the key. Mistake, shot off, and rebound into the hands of Sailor Friedli. Friedli now ahead to the front court to Parker. Ada Parker's layup off the rim. Rebound into the hands of Milting. Now with that, Hoos. Nice bounce pass by Hoos, and the shot taken by Sailor. Good defense by the Red Knights, but that was a beautiful pass by Hoos. You can see she's got point guard written all over her. And now the rebound into the hands of number 21, Rittling. And a timeout before the miscue on the pass. And that stops the clock with 10:13 to go as we look at number 21. Parker to Sailor Friedli. There you go, Sailor. That one's suitable for framing. Nice looking shot from outside. As we look at the Westonka bench, the differential, I have to count on my fingers here, right? We got 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 90, 71 point differential here in the Section 6 AAA quarterfinal. And there's the bracket on your screen. On the top there, there's Benilde, the number 1 seed. There's Delano, and I know Delano, their head coach, was a high school teammate of mine. Well, he was a sophomore when I was a senior, I think, and he went on to much greater heights than I did in high school basketball at Shakopee High School. But Terry Teckham is, I'm sure by now, a legendary coach at Delano, and his family was Shakopee basketball when I was growing up there, and he is the head coach of Delano. They've got a good team. He's a savvy coach. And we'll be there if those two teams meet in the final. That'll be a week from Thursday. Next week. I'm speaking of the guys team there for a second there. But Delano still in the girls also very good. Now on the far side, the throw in. And clock stopped. As we look at some fans there on the sideline. Westonka to throw it in, and intercepted by the Red Knights 21, Ada Parker, and she lays it in. 98-25 with just under 10 minutes to go. Westonka now into the front court, number 35 with it, Matson. And a miscue just off the knee of Elizabeth Nash. Turnover, gives it back to the Red Knights. 98-25. Hand off to Sailor Fridley. Nice crossover dribble by Fridley. And she goes strong to the net. And she'll drew contact and she'll go to the line and shoot too. Showing some good game. Watch the crossover right there. That was big time. Quick move like that, had the defense, and she saw it, and that is a nice feeling. Sailor Fridley with the free throw now. Having a nice outing here. Look at made shot. Keep an eye on Sailor Fridley. Sailor and Sydney are the future of this team. Sailor playing very well there. That crossover was lightning quick. Really stood out to me there. Okay, now underneath with the ball, number 30, that's Kenna Tappan, and we're gonna have a foul call. Contact. It's gonna be at number 10, Bella Yaku, her second, team second, and we're at 100-25 now, 9:24 to go. Mercy rule will kick in 23 seconds. Which means they'll go to running time. Maybe a timeout would stop it, but out of bounds. Turnover, Red Knights have it. Clock stop with 9:16, but they won't stop it for out of bounds plays, free throws, etc. Now with it, Sailor Fridley to number 23, Porish. Nice, another crossover dribble, this time by number 21, Ada Parker, and she drew the foul on the wrist. Hard foul, she'll go to the line. Look at this crossover dribble here, right there. Comes right in and takes the hit from number 30, foul called on Kenna Tappan, the freshman. That'll be her second personal, fourth team. And Ada Parker, or excuse me, yeah, Ada Parker with the made free throw, that nifty drive. On a 125. Shot taken, made. A lot of talent on this Red Knight team, up and down the bench. Valuable experience being obtained by the up-and-coming rising stars on this Red Knight team. And the looks on their faces, they are very, very focused. This is serious stuff, as it should be. Now with it, number 2, Zeta Jenkins. Jenkins avoids the pressure by Mobaji. Now driving from the far near side was Porish. Her running layup off the mark. She gets her own rebound, goes back up, and they're going to call the foul. And I think it's going to be called on Gracie O'Halloran. Right here, O'Halloran had it, and right there gets her with the arm. That'll be her first, team 5th now with 8:08 to go. Clock now in running time. And the shot, the free throw attempt by Porish, hard off the rim. Now more substitutions, Red Knights, or excuse me, Mound Westonka. And at the line for her second attempt is Eleanor Porish. Off the front rim, rebound into the hands of Hattelstad. Hattelstad brings it to the front court on her own with the left hand. Drives the whole court for the layup. Rebound, O'Halloran. Rebound then taken away by Porish. Now to the front court. Sailor Fridley gave it back to Parker, and now they wind it back around to the near side. Parker comes in, and it gets poke checked away on defense by Mobaji, but they're going to call it out on Parker. And Mound Westonka will get the turnover. And the clock continues to wind down. 7 minutes remaining now. Hattelstad into the front court. Drives the lane, turn around, contact, the scoop layup off the mark, rebound into the hands of Ada Parker. Parker with their head up, comes across the timeline, pulls up shot, gives it to Stevenson Shemek, and they're gonna call the travel. And no protest from Stevenson Shemek, and now substitutions again here for the Red Knights. That's number 25 checking in, Ashley Scram. And I think I also saw Bella Stevenson Shemek check in. And now into the front court. A rising star for Westonka is Valerie Obagi. Her shot misses the mark. That's Bella Stevenson-Shemek. Hesitated, now low to Shah Yakub. Ooh, that could have been a travel there by 25 Scram. And they tie it up. And that's going to be a jump ball, and possession arrow favors the Whitehawks. Under 6 minutes to go in the match. Hoos now will bring it up. The front court. The free throw line is Mobaji. She comes right in, drives, can't get it to go, gets her own rebound, goes back up, and now they're going to call the foul on Stevenson-Shemek. Foul on number 11, Bella Stevenson-Shemek. That's her second personal 15 foul. Oh, look at there is your mighty Red Knight team. Big posters on the sidelines. Meanwhile, back in the action, Sailor Friedley gets that rebound, and there was a whistle. The clock continues to wind down. Foul called on Sailor Friedley and going to the line. Valerie Mobaji. She's got the perfect rainbow shot there, doesn't she? Look at the height she gets on the arc here. Valerie Mobaji. Look at that. Beautiful.
Back in for the Whitehawks, number 31.
Goes right up there and drops right in. You don't see that kind of trajectory on most free throw shots, but it works for her. All right, now into the front court, Stevenson-Shemek. I checked the clock as we're approaching 4 minutes to go. Sailor Friedley now with it, number 10. Yakub comes in with the left hand layup and drew the foul, and it's going to be called on Mobaji, number 32, right here. And yeah, right on the face. Yeah, got to call that. There's another left-handed shooter, Bella Yakub. I think they're up to 5 or 6 left-handed shooters on this Red Knight team. I think that's extraordinary. Another one makes it 103 to 27, 3:32 to go. Next match for the Red Knights right back here on March 2nd at 2 o'clock. We'll be here taping it live. We'll put it up on our website after the fact. So if you can't make it down here and see it in person, you can see it in perpetuity going forward on the internet. 3 minutes to go. Underneath, Mobaji draws the foul. It's going to be called on number 25, Ashley Scram, the junior. And at the line, Valerie Mobaji, the freshman. But again, this Mound Westonka team has got to feel very good. They didn't win a regular season game all year, but they won their first playoff game, and I think that's extraordinary. I really do. They should almost do a documentary on it, what it's like to lose that many games and still, you know, be here. I think it's just a great story and resilience. And then to win a playoff game, I think it's extraordinary and remarkable in a positive way. And then to come here and, you know, basically take a beating from a great Red Knights team, I think it's just a great story. I'd like to see, it'll be fun to watch how Mound Westonka girls team improves the coming years to come. But they've shown a lot of class here tonight. Played hard, competitively. That shot taken by Stevenson-Shemek. Now more substitutions as Sailor Friedley comes out. She is obviously delighted with her experience, and she should be. She had a great experience out there. 5 points, made an impact now with the rebound. Also making an impact is Ada Parker, although that pass across court, those can be dangerous. The NBA does it all the time, but they're dangerous passes. Now underneath, rebound into the hands of 23, Porish. Bella Stevenson takes it all the way. She saw the angle, couldn't quite finish, and those are hard when you come from that far out on a full dead run. And now put back up by Jakub, can't get it to go, and now out of bounds. Clock continues to run. $74-point lead now with 38 seconds to go. Out underneath the Mobaji with the left hand and gets the touch to go in. Mobaji looking good there late. She's got to be in double figures tonight. And I just look at the facial expressions of this Westonka team, and they're still engaged, still playing competitively, not showing any signs of, I don't know, just playing really well here. 8 seconds to go. Red Knights now, they're gonna content to let it run out. The home crowd starts to applaud their victory, and they're gonna get through this first quarterfinal. Our score, 103-31. They'll move on to the semifinals on 2 o'clock on March 2nd. We'll be here to tape it live. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with ParkTV 16 Sports, my name is Robert Christensen. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again March 2nd at 2 o'clock. Have a great night.